One thing that I see all the time with people's ball drop is literally it's just a ball drop. We actually want to add a little bit of lift to our ball drop. As soon as we get a little bit of lift and extension, it allows this to get big, and that's where all our kicking strength is going to come from. So with your ball drops moving forward, allow yourself a little bit of lift, push the ball out, you're going to have more power with your kicking game. Lift equals power. What does this plank and Morne Steyn have to do with each other? So Morne's idea is that when he started his approach, he wanted to stay on the plank. If he fell off it, it meant that when he got up to the ball, he wasn't in the right spot. So all the way up to the ball, he wanted to stay on the plank so that his plant foot was always in the right spot. Okay, Morne Steyn, stay on the plank, don't fall off. Plank, plank, plank. Nudge. When I coach players to pass, I talk about 3 different phases. First one being the catch, then we get into the rip, and then we get into the finish. First phase being catching. So yes, we want to catch the ball early, keep those fingertips up, and if the ball's low, you've got to get low while keeping those fingertips up. It's your job to catch the ball, so work on your catching. So we've nailed the catch, we've got into our good core rip. Now depending on how big the pass is, depends on how much follow through we're going to need. So 10, 12 meters, we wanted to get in that full follow through, but if it's just the short little tip pass, our hands are just going to shoot to target as well. That depends on the size of your pass. So for this pass, it's about 8 meters, so I'm really going to bang it through to target, get into my follow through. For the set of 4, I'm just going to focus on shorter feet, passing off my inside leg, really getting that speed of transfer through. Catch early, rip. Catch, rip. Yeah, that was the one. Good last 2. Now Georgia is a gun kicker, and here is a kicking tip that helped her add an extra 5 meters to her kicks. One thing that we worked on with Georgia in the early days is not just kicking the ball with our leg. We want to use a full body movement and incorporate our rodeo arm and our upper body. At the time of impact, if we can be coming across our body and nice and strong, not sitting on a seat and not just using our leg, that's going to add more distance and power to our kicks. Nudge. Nudge, Gazer. Sometimes when we're goal kicking, we can overcomplicate things back here in our approach. We've got step backs, we've got unique things that we're doing. So I want you to try this drill. Get up to your ball, turn around, walk away. So any direction, keep your feet moving. Find your feet, just keep them ticking over, start coming into the ball and just kick it. So doing a few of those reps before you get into your real goal kicking will just remind yourself to keep things simple. The focus is getting a nice strike on the ball, so find that through that drill. So now we've primed, we've got our foot up the back of the ball using the soccer ball, we're stabbing the ball through the air, getting that nice slow backspin. So now when we get to the kicking tee, that's the ball flight that we're chasing off the tee. And because of that last drill we just did, where we're winning that half meter, when that comes to goal kicking, that's exactly what I want to try to achieve with my follow through. Stay slow, trust my timing. Oh, stop it. One of the common mistakes that I see with punt kicking is not lining up your seams or the ball with where you're actually kicking. So as we come into the ball for our punt kick, we actually want the bottom of the ball to be slightly away from us because we're kicking down this line, similar to how it's set up on the kicking tee. So quite often with ball setups for punting, I see people set up their line with their body rather than where they're kicking. So this here is square with my shoulders. I get up here, but the ball's completely upright, which means when my foot comes through, I slice it, ball goes right. I actually need to push that bottom of the ball out so that when I place it, it's sitting more similar to that ball on the kicking tee. My foot gets up the back of the ball, I get that thud and slow backspin through the air. So I'm going to try and do an upright slice. Ball's completely upright, bit of a slice. So instead of being completely upright, going to push the bottom out, get my foot up the back of the ball, get that nice thud, slow backspin through the air. We got one. With your goal kicking, I want you to feel like you're more behind the ball when you're goal kicking than in front of the ball. So if we do get in front of the ball or on the side of the ball, when we get up there, you'll feel like you're a little bit pushy and leave things out to the right. Plus with the ball being behind you, it can feel like you're dragging and not got all that power behind the ball. So kind of like when we kick out a hand, We want the ball to be in front of us and for us to have a nice hard foot up the back of the ball. That's why feeling like you're behind the ball, when we get up there we've got great hips, our foot's in a great position, and we're going to feel a little bit more powerful off these higher tees. So in my approach I always just took a little instep to give me that feeling of being behind the ball. Stay slow, trust my timing.